Hi guys, welcome back to Harry Makes It Up. Today I just fancied having a little play with makeup. I've got a couple of new bits plus a few favourites really I wanted to share with you. So I just thought I would do a makeup look. I'm not really sure what it's going to be. I think we may be in the ready tones maybe, but anything could change. So the first thing I'm going to start with is some moisturiser, and I am obsessed still with this Elemis Pro Collagen. This is the marine cream, but this is the SPF 30. So before I always used to use the one without SPF, and now I've decided to bite the bullet and use the one with SPF because it's just that little bit quicker and more of a time saver. And this is a really nice one because it's almost like a gel cream, so I find it kind of absorbs really quickly. Great if you have more oily skin, but also still gives you the hydration if you have drier skin. So I'm just going to blend that all in. I hope you guys are really well. I've been having one of those kind of funny months where I find myself overthinking a lot of stuff at the minute, and I never know how much to share. I find like social media and YouTube is a funny one because we all have real lives, don't we, behind social media, and social media is a highlight reel. So yeah, I feel like I'm being very vague here, but maybe I'll talk more as we do the makeup. Let's see what happens. Moisturiser on. I love the glow that gives, so beautiful. Now I'm going to do a little primer today actually as well. Smashbox Photo Finish Primerizer I found out about from the Anna edit. God love Anna. I feel like her primer recommendations are always very on point. So this one is more of like a serum-y finish, and I tend to use this more kind of later on in the day if I've already done my skincare and then I want to add a little bit of slip and just something to make my makeup a little bit more long lasting. Foundation, I am going to use this one by Flesh. I can't remember if I've used it in a video before. I think I've used it in like an Instagram live or an IGTV. I've got really slippy hands now. I am the shade, which shade am I? I am Creme Brulee. I love how dinky these are. I think they're great for handbags, great for travel. I just think these are a really nice formula. I feel like this one is a great colour for me right now. And I'm just going to blend with fingers actually. I kind of don't want to do sort of well, I say loads of brushes, and yeah, I'll probably end up using loads of my eyes. So, and you can kind of use it from the bullet with your finger. That looks like I had snot on my face, but I promise that was the moisturiser. So yeah, how are you guys? Like I said, I feel like I've been going through this funny space at the minute where I keep overthinking things and thinking, should I be doing this, should I be doing that, with regards to a lot of work stuff, rather than just trying to enjoy the journey. And it's definitely been taking the fun out of things for me a little bit at the minute, which is why today in particular I just wanted to do makeup, because I love makeup and it makes me happy. And yeah, I feel like I wrote a blog post recently actually in the blog, sort of 5 ways to instantly feel a little bit happier, which obviously if you're going through something really serious like depression or any kind of mental health related issues, in no way is that post meant to kind of brush over the fact or make light of that. It was just 5 little kind of pick me up things that I do myself when I feel a little bit down, that help me sometimes. So I'll link that down below if you'd like to have a little look at that, like kind of little practical things I do. How gorgeous is this foundation though, guys? It is so pretty. I'm hoping the light is good because I'm using natural light, but I'm so into using natural light at the minute. I just feel like it takes the pressure as well out of like the whole YouTube production side of things, and you guys always seem happier when I'm using natural light, so that's kind of where I'm at the minute with YouTube. But I do find myself comparing a lot at the minute, and I don't want to be there. I don't want to be doing that. It doesn't feel good. I even feel like as if I should be above feeling that, like just because I do YouTube, I accept putting myself on the internet means I shouldn't compare myself as much and just get on with things. And maybe it's kind of like a theme at the minute. I feel loads of my friends who do similar jobs to me are feeling that too. And I just thought I'd talk about with you guys a bit as well, because I think it doesn't matter what you're doing. This whole highlight reel of kind of like social, what's it, in real life versus social media are 2 really different things. And you know, generally everything's good with me, like I'm good, but I also know that I've been battling a few like comparison things, and you know, and also trying to be like honest with where my kind of weaknesses are, like where I could improve as a person. I know it sounds very deep, but I just kind of am having a go at sharing it with you guys to see what happens. Not even see what happens, that sounds weird. Just like be honest. And I think I always feel like that moral dilemma of like making sure that life doesn't always look like perfect on the outside when everyone's got stuff they have to go through. Let's do another makeup thing before I talk for hours about that. I forgot my brow pencil, so I've got a little bit of brow left from earlier, but maybe we shouldn't do brows. I'm going to go onto this new eyeshadow palette from MAC because I love it. It is the Terry Barber. I think this is only a limited edition with Selfridges, unfortunately, but it's so beautiful. I think Bobbi Brown have got a new camo collection coming out, which has some similar tones in. But in light of this video, I'm going to be using the, is this called like Doing It for the Gram or something? I don't know, these kind of tones, because I want to. So I'm going to start with this lighter shade first all over as a wash. And I'm going to use whatever kind of, I think I actually put a bit of that primer over my eyelids instead of using an eyeshadow base. So yeah, just good to talk, isn't it? I feel like I'd always put myself in this box where I was like, no, I don't put any of myself online in terms of how I feel. And no, I don't want to share anything that I'm feeling. I just want to do makeup. And there's nothing wrong with that too, and maybe some of you guys would prefer that, but I don't know, I've obviously thought about it a lot recently that makes me sort of want to talk more about where I'm at, and I guess just when you have like thoughts and feelings about things and you're like, I wonder how you guys feel about those things as well, and maybe like body wise and kind of how I look, I feel like the happiest I've ever felt, but when it comes to thinking where I should be, that is something that I over and over again like obsess about, and I don't want to feel that way. I don't want to be obsessive about where I am or what I'm doing. I want to just get on and enjoy it, because when I'm in that place as well, I'm missing out. I think that's the biggest thing I realise, is that I am missing out on life. I'm missing out on what's happening around me, knowing as well that 5 years ago the things I have right now would have been things I would have dreamt of, and yet the goalposts keep getting wider and wider, and there's nothing wrong as well with being determined. And having goals is a great thing, and dreams are a great thing, and I do believe in that, but I also find it's like being present as they're happening as well. So I don't know if I'm making much sense on whether I'll even probably end up editing these bits out, but I don't know, I'm very aware of that's what's going on in my head at the minute. How nice is that colour? And yeah, I just kind of, it's weird, sometimes I can feel a bit of a fraud when I don't share any of that with you guys. And if you read my blog, which is just HarryMakesItUp.com, I found it easier and safer to kind of start talking about these things in my blog, because it just feels a little bit, you know, YouTube is a whole different ball game when it comes to comments. Like, for all the lovely comments I get, and thank you, majority of them are very lovely and constructive, there's always someone that knows how to like go right for what hurts. And you know, that takes constant practice to get used to that and be okay with that. Some days I can totally laugh it off and not give a shit, and other days I'm like, ouch, I hate that that comment's bugging me. But again, I'm human. And you know, I've had a lot of people I work with recently have talked about kind of like handling negativity online. And negativity is one thing, but just downright rudeness and abuse is not cool. And never will be cool. So yeah, I don't know kind of where that rank came from, but I just wanted to say that. These eyeshadows are beautiful. I mean, that is literally the kind of like, isn't that, even that shade alone is gorgeous. Like, I would totally just wear that just with mascara for daytime and feel like a boss. Okay, so now I'm going to go into the medium shade, which is a slightly more kind of shimmery rusty red. And I'm using a like medium sort of dome shaped brush, and I'm undecided. I think I'm going to take this through the center actually of the lid, because it does have a little bit of shimmer, but I love the way it's like that really rusty color. I'm totally going to end up doing my base again, I think, because of how hot it is. So I'm not going to put loads of this on. I'm just going to do, turning my head so hopefully the camera picks up the shine. I'm just going to do a little bit of this kind of through the center, and I'm almost like tapping it on because I just want it so there's a little bit of that color. Then going back to a blending brush and just pushing that through the eye. You see how much instantly that gives it that nice sort of rusty feel, but I quite like that it's not all over the eye, it's just sort of like in the middle. Going back to this colour again. So yeah, life stuff. Yeah, it's just funny, isn't it? I think sometimes, like, I really do count my blessings. I really feel like I'm so lucky in so many ways, and I have so many awesome people in my life who I love dearly, who I know love me just for me, irrelevant of what my job is, irrelevant of who I know, irrelevant of how much money I make or the clothes I wear. And maybe it's the industry I'm in, I don't know, but sometimes I'm so aware as well that there are also people who do put conditions on you. And whilst they're not people I want around me, I'm also aware they are around me. Or I can feel the sweat now, like under my bangs. This is like my first time attempting to film with bangs again since having my hair cut. And I feel like I just need to do this so my so my armpits can get fanned out by a defan. So yeah, I feel like, yeah, it's funny, and also I don't want to apologise. I feel like that's the thing that YouTube really does annoy me sometimes, is I find myself, like, already I feel like I'm saying the wrong things and I shouldn't say that, but I don't know, you've got to be true to yourself, haven't you? So yeah, I'm into this eyeshadow though. This is really cool, and I'm actually really liking it just on the top. I am going to take a bit of the darkest colour actually, this one, to do a bit of kind of like liner work. So I'm going to go to a smaller brush now, something like this, and I'm just going to run that along the lash line, just to kind of smoke it up a little bit all the way along. But yeah, everything's fine. I think I'm just feeling very analytical of both myself, my surroundings, and how to enjoy where I'm at, as opposed to worrying about where I should be at, or you know, stuff that really is just a waste of time to worry about. And yet logically I know that, but it doesn't stop us worrying, does it? Sometimes it's kind of so easy to still fall into that trap. And I think as well with YouTube, you find yourself being so diplomatic a lot of the time that you can feel a sense of trying to please everyone else without being able to say what you want to say. I'm always afraid I'm going to say the wrong thing. And I'm not the most eloquent person, which is why I think I do find myself blogging more at the minute. Just because, I don't know, it's easier to edit, isn't it? It's harder to, I don't know. But I want to do more YouTube, I do. And I do like the idea of doing things more regularly with it. But I think it's a comfort thing as well, even like getting up, setting the lights. I'm like, does my hair look okay? Like, you know, you become so much more aware of it being, I don't know, the way things should look or what people want to see. And I just want to make content that I love as well, and I hope that comes across to you guys as well. Oh, I don't need that dot there. Use a bit of the oil on my finger to blend that away. So yeah, just babbling. But I needed to make a video where I could babble. Even if I don't put this up, it's just nice to do my makeup and just feeling a little bit reflective today. And yeah, all is good, all is good. And I've just shoved my finger in the top of my foundation stick, so yeah. I have already got a bit of mascara on my lashes actually from earlier, so I'm going to curl my lashes anyway, very, very carefully. And I've got the most gorgeous lipstick, guys, that I am loving as both a lipstick and a cream blush actually. Woo, there's my eyelashes. Yeah, this Terry Barber eye palette is just all kinds of good. I'm obsessed with it. I'm gonna put a blog post actually as well, live with this video, kind of showing you like a full-on look with the palette as well, because I have been playing with this quite a lot. Now, my other favourite, like proper favourite, I made Lindsay Kelp buy me this when she was in England, is the L'Oreal Paradise Ecstatic. This is the waterproof mascara, and I don't know why, but apparently the American one is different. I don't know why, and it makes me very sad because this one is just all kind. I think this is the best waterproof mascara I've ever used. See, the brush is incredible. So I've already got some left on from earlier, and it just makes me look like I've got lash extensions on. Like, it makes my eyelashes seriously incredible, and all kinds of impact. Like, I can literally just wear like one kind of eyeshadow, and it is so good, like so good, guys. Okay, I've totally got mascara on my eyeshadow, but I'm fine with it. That's fine. How isn't this mascara just like insane though? Like you can just keep going with it, but I really do feel like it almost gives me like a fake lash look. I haven't done concealer, but the concealer I've been going back to at the minute, and I feel like, you know, when you go back to something that you've loved and then you just totally fall back in love with it, and it's even making like my Colourpop one look not as good to me as this one does. It is the Urban Decay, this is the Naked Skin Concealer, and this is in medium light neutral. Just fallen really back in love with this. I think it's such a good concealer. So I'm just gonna do a little bit there. Let's clean up now where I've been very sweaty. And I'm just gonna blend that with my finger. And just give a little bit of brightening under the eyes. I never like my eyes to kind of look like there's half moons under there. I like it to still sort of look like my skin. And I'm just patting that in with my finger. And I do think you can always use your concealer as a way just to kind of scoop your, if you want to kind of wing your eyeshadow out a little bit. Oh, now I can see the light changing here. So yeah, I feel like you can just always use your concealer just to kind of scoop and cheat your eye shape a little bit. It will always just give it that slightly more winged definition, which I always think is nice with eyeshadow. It just gives you more of like an almondy shape eye. So on my cheeks, I'm going to show you the lipstick I've been loving, which I'll put the blog post in the description box below of the lipstick on my lips. This is by Dear Dahlia, I believe you call it. It's very, very pretty packaging. And this colour is the most beautiful, like brick orange red. Like I just think it's such a nice colour. And with this eye, I love it on my cheek. It's like a sort of rusty, I mean, that's quite a lot. And I just blend it with my fingers, but oh, isn't that just the most, especially if you've got a tan as well, I feel like it just makes you look all kinds of like sun-kissed. And I'm doing it on my nose as well. I just think that is such a gorgeous colour, like so, so pretty. If you don't like bronzer but you still want your skin to look really, really warm, get a colour like this or this kind of lipstick, and oh, it's just so nice. It just, I feel like it's the most beautiful blush colour with a tan. For lips, I have been really enjoying the Urban Decay 24/7 Naked Glide On pencils. This one is naked. And I always think this kind of eye looks great with a nude lip or kind of like a matching tone. So in the blog post, you can see it both ways. Using the MAC, the Terry Barber for MAC eye palette as well. I feel it's almost somewhere in between like Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk and like the lip pencil and like her Nude Kate. It's almost like in between those two, so I really like that one. And then for lips, I know it's boring because I always use it, but I blooming love it. It is Glossier Cake Generation G, and this combo I just really love. And it's easy. And I just find this is very easy to kind of top up with throughout the day. You can even use Leo actually, the Leo Generation G as well is really, really nice. Got a little bit of a Sula going on because it is very, very hot. That's pretty much the finished look, guys. So yeah, like I said, a little bit chatty today. Just was feeling thoughtful and I had a lot of things going around my head, and yeah, not sure if I'll post this or not, so if you're watching this, obviously I did. I hope you guys are really, really well, and I just wanted to say as well a huge, huge thank you to everyone that watches my channel, whether you subscribe, like, whatever it is, even if you just check in here once in a while. Thank you so much for all your support. I really, really appreciate it, and I do want to find a way to make YouTube work for me that feels like me, and you know, maybe even try kind of posting more regularly again. So let me know if you guys would like that. And I'll link to the blog post down below as well. There's one I wrote as well, actually, I think it was called The Future of Beauty, that I'll link to, where I'm kind of talking more about what I'm vaguely talking about within this video. So I'll link that down below as well, and maybe a couple of other blog posts that might give a bit more insight, because I'm just not very eloquent. I find it really hard. That's why I almost feel like I need to do YouTube more. So yeah, so a bit rambly. I hope you guys enjoy that look. I hope you're all really well, and like I said, thank you so much for your support, and I will see you soon with more videos. Thanks guys, bye.